I don't have an audience. We want you to think about that question because it is a question. How do I sell services if I don't have an audience? Okay, everybody has that question. Everybody answers that question. Absolutely. Okay. Do not think for 1 second that it's only the people who have a huge audience this works for. As a matter of fact, many creators have a small audience, and because they start to offer their packages and their services, their audiences grow. Fancy that. So it's actually the opposite. Once you start to offer your packages and services, guess what? Your audience will grow. Okay. But the first step is you making it known. So that's called awareness, right? Build awareness about what you do in the marketplace. You got to build awareness. And not only build awareness, but why what you do is needed, valuable, and important to your prospective audience. Okay. So we're going to get that completely out of the way that you don't have an audience. And so, what can I now? So imagine, let's say you have an audience, right? But the audience is not connected to your purpose, then it still wouldn't work, right? So instead, let's go ahead and start promoting what you know and attracting people who are interested in the topic. If that's making sense, go ahead and type a yes in the chat for me. Let me know that you're here and participating. We also want to share out the room and bring others to the conversation. If this is your first time inside of this club, go ahead and let us know that, type the word first. Okay, if this is your first time in Educate Your Space, go ahead and type the word first. Go ahead and share out the room, and let's get this conversation going. All right, go ahead and type in the chat a question that you have about this topic. When you think about selling high ticket services online, what comes up for you? We just brought up the size of your audience. What else comes up for you? I'm giving you guys thinking time. Think about what's happened in the past when you've either gone to a class about selling high ticket services online or what is happening for you right now. All right. So one common issue that might come up besides having a small or even no audience is marketing, getting in front of said audience. How do you get in front of an audience? Okay, if that's something that either terrifies you or perplexes you, that's a real challenge, because of an audience is not as easy as we might want it to be. It is definitely not something that we think of in terms of consistency, frequency. It actually does take a certain amount of deliberateness. And so that is definitely a challenge. So, besides not having an audience, okay, getting in front of enough people is definitely a concern. Okay. So, what I like about Clubhouse is the fact that you already have so many rooms where you can be visible throughout the day or evening. Remember, for uh, your audience, we said, first you want to market what you do. You don't want to just build, followers, and you don't know who they are. They don't know who you are, and it's not about the numbers. It's actually all about the connection. Are they connected to you and what you do? Okay. So, secondly, if you want to get in front of the right people, then you would definitely target people who are within that niche. So, again, even if you're on Clubhouse, look for rooms talking about what your topic is all around. Okay. So, for myself, I love business rooms. And because anybody can create a course, then pretty much, I can network or connect with people who are in a variety of areas. So now you should be thinking more along the lines of quality connections versus just random or vague connections. Okay. So if you want to sell high ticket, definitely you need to target. And I'll tell you what happened on a call I just finished about 45 minutes ago. Um, and this is a revelation. 2 weeks ago, I had a room, and a lady looked at my digital card, which is at the top of the room here, and she wanted to know about, there's a item called the course creator starter pack. And not knowing her story or what she needed, I actually recommended another item that I have. And although she actually was right, she did need the starter pack. And I did not connect with her need at the time. Guess what happened? She didn't buy the starter pack. She didn't buy the item that I recommended to her. And I did not make a connection with her offline, or get her email address or anything like that. Like, nothing happened. And so you really, take it from me. What I learned from that experience was, first of all, focus on what your audience is asking you and service them from that space. Okay. I definitely could have asked her a couple extra questions, and now I know better, right? And both the products belong to me. But instead of giving her what she wanted and showing her how it fit her need at the time, I I gravitated her towards something else. So, just because you start to find your niche audience we can still, with our mindset or whatever it is, end up kind of stirring the pot too much. And then because you have one chance or so with a prospective client, you definitely want to know how to conduct that conversation so that you are the most helpful, as well as you're able to really meet their needs exactly where they want to be met. Okay, so that is that was a big takeaway that I was actually on a call with one of my coaches about 45 minutes ago, and that was a lesson learned. Okay, that was definitely a lesson learned. So this topic is super, super important because we all want to increase not only our visibility, awareness about what we do, connection with prospective clients, and targeted sales where they're getting the help and then we're getting the recognition, whatever that means for you. Okay. But you're, thank you. You're actually on the right track if you take the back seat and you want to learn more. Okay. The more you want to learn about your target audience and what it is that they're looking for, guess what? You'll be able to service them that much more. Okay. So today we're going to really evolve this conversation from the starting point of, okay, who do I want to talk to? Who wants to talk to me? What am I talking about? Do they understand me? Do I understand them? And then starting to target like what it is that you have that would best fulfill their needs. Okay. Because if we just start with high ticket programs, which is a phenomenal thing in your business, it's pretty much um, an evolution. I do not have many clients who just started out at a high ticket level. I don't know about you, but for me, there have been many, many clients here on Clubhouse, social media in general, who start out with the free items. That's why digital products are definitely the what you want to have. If you look at my digital card, I I need to add a couple of new items right now. Provide information that helps them. And one of the ways as a teacher that I know people are a growth area for a lot of people is putting their intellect down on paper. And I don't mean write a book, but a step by step format like a checklist or some type of um, item like an ebook or journaling book, something where they can get their thoughts down and it helps them move to the next, the next, um, to the next point. Okay. Or the next step. So if you don't have that going on in your business, as we're having this conversation today, just go ahead and, jot down what you think you might need. So we call it a lead magnet. And if that is something that everybody needs to have, something that really helps, like for example, let's say you don't have a big following. Okay. How do I fill my masterclass? How do I grow my list? Hey, put together a list of, I don't know, 10 to 15, 17, 20 ways for people to do just that. If, let's say, I have a friend who teaches QuickBooks to entrepreneurs, all they typically people turn in their um, income tax information to their accountants, right? Well, let's say I want to try to keep my own books. I don't have an accountant or whatever. She could give me like easy things that I need to start collecting to to be able to do that. Okay, so think from the start of what it is that you do and what it is that you know, how to help the next person, like what they should they be thinking about. Those are good lead magnet items for you to have. Okay, so one way I've been able to help on Clubhouse, social media in general, since jumping onto this app, is making the knowledge base of the people that I've talked to or work with, putting it on paper. Okay, so if it's a beauty brand, recommendations, uh, a hot list of, maybe it's a vendor, they sell wigs or something like that. Okay, vendors list. So start to think about the way that you can help organically, pretty much for free, in addition to showing up like this, speaking for free, letting people know what it is that you do and what you know. Okay, those are free items right there. Absolutely. Okay. All of those lead to your eventual high ticket opportunities where people can get more information and get involved with your programs. Okay. Guess what? One mastermind um, alum of mine from last year in a program uh, is consistently earning 30K months, right? Uh, the same program I was in last year, and I was doing 10, okay, 10K with Facebook ads. In the tutoring space, he's actually located in the UK. He does GCSE English. And so now he's able to help others because he has actually improved all of his day to day RGAs, the revenue generating activities, and all. It's going very well. Okay, this is what can happen when you do the small things. It's the few actions that really convert, that get you that machine started, where people know how to get started with you. What do you have that helps them for free? What's the next level? On and on. And then, bam, no, there's no question. They need your next level, which is your high ticket offer. Okay. Um, that in my experience, that's how it goes. That's the best path. If someone is absolutely cold to you, also, you can have, free videos. Free videos work very well. But for a high ticket offer, you're going to get on a Zoom, you're going to talk to them, etc., to see what it is, if it's the best fit. But I love high ticket programs because obviously that's where you do your best work. That's absolutely the moment of shine for you and also for your client. And you teach them how to do the same thing, right? So that's what we're talking about today, guys. And this conversation is very, very important because it's something that a lot of people want to get into, and they should. If you don't have an education arm to your business, it's missing, and you need to, get it started. Why? Because you want to life proof you want to life proof your situation in general. You want to have a way to make money, um, in a way that allows you more time and freedom in any eventuality. So it's just a good practice, and it's just a good thing to have. Oh, I just noticed. Okay. Yeah. Well, I think I've given uh, enough information. If you're it's Ashley Fern. So I'll just go ahead and make this a shorter room if there are no comments or questions. Only because I want to make sure it's tactical and practical advice. And so I will definitely be back. But if that answers all the questions, then I would definitely leave it there. And see you guys in the next room.